Welcome. I am glad to welcome you here to this educational event on the impacts of gas drilling on human and animal health. My name is Ellen Harrison. I founded an organization called FLEASED, a bad pun, F-L-E-A-S-E-D, people who signed gas leases before they knew that hydraulic fracturing was a threat to their homes, their land, and their communities, and who are trying to educate themselves and others about the impacts of leases and leasing. Those of us who have leases probably have the most to lose in all of this. Currently, the rules that are being proposed in New York, and fortunately not yet in place, would allow gas rigs and drilling within 100 feet of our homes and near our wells, and our pets and animals will have the potential to be exposed. So we are very concerned about that. As you probably know, there are many reports of illness from people living near shale gas development around the United States. We probably hear more about Pennsylvania. And those are dismissed as, quote, anecdotal reports. And the reality is, with environmental toxic impacts, they're always anecdotal to start with. Love Canal was anecdotal until Lois Gibbs tenaciously persisted and managed to get people to look into it. And the same is true with really all of the environmental assaults. So yes, anecdotal is the first step, and we are fortunate to have people here who know can take us beyond anecdote. We shouldn't be surprised that there are likely health impacts, because basically we're taking an industrial process and it's taking place very near where people work, where kids go to school, where kids play, where farm and domestic animals use the land. There are many sources of potential exposure. I think water has gotten the big play. The flaming faucet is a great icon. And there are many sources potentially of water pollution, not just the fracturing and the injection of toxic chemicals, but spills are a significant problem. Air pollution is really just beginning to be a focus. It's a lot harder to grasp. It's not literally in your hand, and it's a lot harder to test. So there are many potential sources of air pollution from gas development, simple things like trucks and machinery, and there are potential or are emissions from the wells themselves and from the piping and movement of gas. Some of that is purposeful, flaring, and some of it is leakage. And then there are also chemicals that evaporate from waste pits. And while the New York State proposed rules do not allow the permanent storage of fluid wastes, they do allow temporary, or they would allow temporary storage. We know that the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation has not done an evaluation of health impacts of gas development, and we're encouraged that DEC permitting of shale gas development is on hold while there's some assessment of whether the current environmental impact statement addresses health adequately. We know that it does not, but we're glad that they're at least thinking about it. We are extremely fortunate to have expertise here in Tompkins County. We are amazingly blessed with intelligent and talented people and with committed citizens.